Good morning, everybody. It's Tom Chenault, and I hope you're having an absolutely terrific day. It's a Friday morning. That means it's the beginning of the weekend, and that means you get to go out there and talk to people, interview people, and do exactly the same thing you did Monday through Friday. Got a great interview, a great text message from Ron, from Danny Sutherland yesterday. 2 interviews, 1 presentation with an exclamation part. Two interviews in 1 appointment. So he's doing it exactly like he's supposed to do it. He interviews 2 people, then he goes back to the previous day and he says, I've been thinking about you, and then he tells those people, man alive, I want you to talk to Greg Arnold. I want you to talk to Judy Vick. I want you to talk to Tom Chenault. I think we can help you with that diabetes. I think we can probably help you with that money issue. All you're doing is speaking into their listening and talking about what they want to buy. And your entire job is to interview enough people that you find 4 people that are dying to jump in the foxhole with you because they believe what you say, and they believe that with you they can figure out a way to own their life. And once you find those 4 people, your only job is to teach them to do exactly the same thing. And then their job is to teach their team to do exactly the same thing. Everybody makes this so hard. I was on a Facebook string yesterday and people were talking about spending thousands of dollars. If I could spend $1,000 to make $100,000, I would spend it, is what they said. Guess what? You don't have to spend $1,000. You listen to this for 5 minutes every morning and do what we do. You're going to do what we've got. This is not a magic potion deal. All you need to do is decide that you are going to be cause in changing the destiny of 4 people that you love in your life. I don't care if it's a little lady anywhere in Colorado, anywhere in New York, wherever it is, that you know, that you decide to jump in the foxhole with and show them how to hit what they want out of their life. And you're going to make that happen. I don't care what circumstance people are in. Lots of people, I said that the other day, people are on top, people are in the middle, people are on the bottom. You got to play it where it lies. But one thing you've got the ability to do is be cause in helping them shape the destiny of the rest of their life. Every one of us face circumstance. Every one of us. And we've got children. And we say to our children, when those things happen to us, the name of the game is get back on the horse. How are you doing telling yourself that? Because I'll tell you one thing right now, you've done it before and you can do it again. And all you need to do to right this second is decide to do that. Step up and play bigger than you've ever been. Play like you are in the old days when you did it 1, 2, or 3 different times with 1, 2, or 3 different careers, 1, 2, or 3 different companies, or 1, 2, or 3 different sports. Think about when you were a lousy baseball player and they said you just go out there and practice and you practice and you practice. And if you'll practice when the other guy is sleeping, you're going to kick his butt. If you'll get coached by your coach while the other guy is out there just playing around, you're going to get better than him and you're going to take his job. And that's exactly the same in network marketing. You find a sponsor, you find somebody that you can partner with, and you lock arms and you say, I am not going to settle for anything but greatness in my life, and nothing is going to stop me, nothing is going to slow me down, and I'm not going to rely on anybody else to train my team. I'm going to be on that hair on fire call in the morning because I know somebody on my team is going to be there. And when I call them after their call and I say, guess what? You should have been on the hair on fire call this morning because it was awesome. They're going to say, man, I think I'm going to be there tomorrow. And then their team's going to be on the call, and all of a sudden it's going to start growing like that. It works. Better understated than overstated. Let people be surprised that it was more than you promised and easier than you said. That's network marketing, and that's Jim Rohn. Character isn't something you were born with and can't change, like your fingerprints. It's something you weren't born with and must take responsibility for forming. Do you have character? Are you willing to get it? Are you willing to have people say, golly, I wonder what the weather's like today. I think I'm going to call Rachel Owenby, because if she says it's snowing, I'm not going to look out the window. I'm putting on my mucklucks. That's what character is. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Have you got that discipline today to say, okay, I want a better life? Ron Saunders called me last night, said, I gave my word on something, Tom, and if I do it, I'm going to have to walk 2.5 miles to accomplish what I said. Do you think that you can get what I'm trying to say? That's character. That's discipline. He put his word into it, and he was going to do it unless I got the game changed a little bit this morning. He was going to walk 2.5 miles to be his word. Are you willing this morning to walk 2.5 miles to be your word? Because you said so. What he was going to do didn't make any sense whatsoever. But he said he was going to do it. And by gosh, he is going to do it unless I can get that changed. And if I call him on the phone and say, hey, I haven't talked to the person that is in charge of you not walking that 2.5 miles, he's going to say, then I'm putting on my tennis shoes and I'm going because I told him I would. That's character. That's discipline. Don't just read the easy stuff in this business. You might be entertained, but you're never going to grow from it. How many times have I said buy those 4 books on the website and take one of Greg Arnold's Multi-Level Marketing, Mangler, and King Arthur Court? What do I have to do to get you to do it? All you need to do to get the roadmap to success is go to TomChenault's.com. Buy those 4 books. The Power of Who, Mr. Schmooze, Bob Chris, 2 books, and all of a sudden you are going to be moving down the highway toward owning your life. Yeah, you're going to spend $80 and you're going to be able to give the books to people on your team. You're going to loan them to people. Don Brantley borrowed my books and I said, I need these back by Saturday. So he said, great. I call him on the phone. He's reading Mr. Schmooze. He's reading The Power of Who. He's reading Feeding a Giant. He's reading Raising a Giant. And he's getting it done by Saturday because he said so. That's what you do. This is such a fun business. And all you got to do is know it, man alive. I'm so excited. I'm walking out. As soon as this call's over, I walk out. And I get to go see Rachel Owenby and have a muffin with her. Then I get to go to my little boy's high school. It's just a rose ceremony, they call it. He's graduating from high school tomorrow, so he isn't such a little boy. He's not a toddler. I'm not carrying him around, feeding the kid or anything. All I'm just telling you is I get to do it because I'm not tied to anything. That's what's really neat about this business. I get to be in Dominic's life. So you either run this day today or this day runs you, and you get to choose. So let's see. Don't wish it was going to get any easier. Wish you were better at it. That's Jim Rohn too. I love that line. I don't like that one. Affirmation without discipline is the beginning of delusion. Affirmation without discipline is the beginning of delusion. So that's a pretty cool quote right there. That's Jim Rohn. Every one of I went to, and incidentally, some of you guys always ask me, where do I get all these quotes? Because I seem to be just a quote machine. I am, but all I do, it's very simple. I just go to Google and I type in Jim Rohn quotes, or I type in Orrin Woodward quotes, or I type in Zig Ziglar quotes, or I type in John Maxwell quotes. And all those quotes depend on the mood I'm in. Today I'm in an inspirational network marketing mood. So that was Jim Rohn today. It's so great to have these just sitting up there. They're on the sheet and they're ready to go. So let's see. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. I love that. Give whatever you are doing and whoever you are with the gift of your attention. Story of my life. I need to work on that one. Giving is better than receiving because giving starts the receiving process. You guys, you are all of it in a bag of chips. And I know several of you are at the beginning of this journey. I am going to go do my 300 BV. In fact, a lot of you guys have already done that. I'm going to be on a 150 BV auto ship, so I get the 30% bonus. A lot of you are already on that. I'm going to go get my 4 people in on 300 BV, and I'm going to make $360, and I'm going to get paid on that next week. That's the one I want you to do. I don't want you spending money. I want you making money. I want this to be writing deposit slips, not checks. So go out and enroll some people today. Go out and be the ball. Go out and be Dan Sutherland and bring in 2 interviews and 1 appointment today. And then tell me about it tomorrow morning. Your hair will be on fire. I'm telling you, whether you live in Philadelphia or whether you live in Iowa or you live in Utah or wherever it is you live, you do that, you're going to be happier with yourself. I promise you, by a long shot. I love you all. I'm bringing you back in.